Naoya Inoue has wasted zero time jumping into camp, already tuning up for a showdown with David Picasso, a matchup that feels like it could tilt an entire division. Whispers out of the gym say he's locked in early, chasing sharpness and power as if he expects a storm on fight night. With two rising forces set to collide, this isn't just another bout, but it's the kind of clash that has already grabbed the attention of the MMA world. Eddie Hearn didn't just correct himself from his previous misconception of Inoue, he leaned right into the moment, admitting he'd got it wrong before giving Inoue the kind of praise that lands heavy. He made it clear that while everyone knows Inoue is a top-tier operator, this latest showing deserved extra credit. In Hearn's words, it was the type of performance that cements someone in the pound for pound top 5. No debate, no hesitation. And coming from him, that nod only amplifies the buzz surrounding what Inoue does next.
I definitely got that one wrong. And Inoue, we know he's a quality fighter, but I have to give him props. You know, great performance and, you know, definitely sits in that top 5 pound for pound.
And now, with talk like Hearn's echoing throughout the sport, Inoue is grinding even harder for Picasso with fast-paced sessions, sharper rounds, and a mindset set on flipping every remaining doubt. He's training like a man determined to rewrite perspectives, to make even the skeptics speak the way Hearn just did. If this is the version of Inoue heading into the Picasso fight, the narrative might shift long before the opening bell ever rings. That surge of momentum isn't just coming from Hearn, but Ryan Garcia also added his own stamp to the conversation. He said that from the pure eye test alone, Inoue looks like the guy. The explosiveness, the clean combinations, the slick movement, even the ability to hit the canvas and come back firing. To Ryan, it all points one way. When you're choosing who to back, he says, it's tough to look past someone built with that kind of danger.
He's a really good fighter. He's crafty. He trains with Joel Diaz and Indio, and it would not surprise me at all, but Inoue is the best. You have to always pick Inoue, and if Inoue wins as expected, he will defend his Ring Magazine Championship December 27th against David Picasso, who I think is a pretty good fighter, Mexican, young, exciting.
He's definitely the top from the eye test, at least. You know, for me, he's just so explosive. His combinations, the way he moves, you know, you see him get dropped, come back, knock the dude out. So for me, you can't really go wrong picking Inoue.
And the respect kept rolling in, this time from Teofimo Lopez himself. Asked about Inoue's recent performances, he lit up, saying the man completely took over the weekend. Teo admitted he even showed up just to watch him in person, and walked away impressed with how cleanly Inoue handled business. When pressed about stylistic similarities, he shut it down with a laugh, saying their games aren't even close, but the admiration was real. To him, Inoue did exactly what he came to do, and he will continue to give us the same performances each time, no matter the opponent.
Tia, what do you think about Inoue tonight?
Oh, he took over, man. He took over the weekend.
I know that's one of your favorite fighters.
Yeah, he is, man. He did a great job. Hell yeah, heck of a job. That's why I came out here, too. Man, I came out here, I wanted to see him in person. He did his thing. Very happy, man.
I know he's very athletic, and so are you. Do you see any similarities in your guys' style?
Fuck no.
No,
All
right.
Nowhere near.
What's up, Tio?
And the praise keeps stacking. Naji didn't hesitate when asked about Inoue, calling him his #1 without a second thought. In his eyes, Inoue isn't just talented, he's special power, speed, angles, precision. He's got it all. Naji noted that while Inoue's defense leans more on smart distance than traditional high guard techniques, it's effective, keeping him safe when it counts. Sure, he can get caught like he did against Louis Nair, but those moments come more from opponents daring to challenge him than any flaw in skill, bottom line. Inoue's blend of talent and composure is rare, and Naji isn't shy about recognizing it.
Is Canelo in your top? You know what? Can you give me your top 5? Because, you know, Canelo, you know, he was in the top 5 regularly the last, I want to say, 5-7 years, but now some people have him, some people don't. Can I get your full top 5?
Yeah, he's not in my top 5 anymore.
Okay.
Top 10 for sure, but not top 5. Number one for me is Inoue.
Ooh,
Inoue's
that's my number one
bro.
too.
Yeah, I think that kid is like he's special. I think that kid is special. Power, speed, angles, precision. Like he has everything. I mean, his defense could get better, but he has the defense. Like his defense is more like distance than actual like high guard or like whatever. But he's more protective when there's things to worry about coming back. The times that I've seen him get caught, like against Louis Neri, it's more so I just don't respect you and I'm coming in so crazy, and he could get hit with a counter shot like in that way, which we saw. But Inoue is special, so I think he's number one.
This time, the praise came from boxing legend Bob Arum, who didn't mince words. He called Inoue not just the top pound-for-pound fighter in the world, but the best he's ever seen in his nearly 60 years in the sport across all weight classes. Arum says he's never witnessed anything like Inoue. Coming from one of boxing's most seasoned voices, that's high praise that only adds to the aura surrounding the rising star.
Inoue is not only pound for pound the best in the world, Inoue is the best fighter I've ever seen. Ever seen, no matter what weight category or anything. I have never, ever, in the almost 60 years I've been in boxing, seen anything like Inoue.
However, Turki Alalshik is already building the hype for December, calling it a showdown for the ages. On the 27th, he says, "We'll see the real master in action, with Inoue versus Picasso set as the main event." He promised the entire card will be stacked with huge matchups. The biggest clashes between Japan and Mexico, featuring top talent from both sides, including Mexican and Mexican-American fighters. According to Turkai, a lineup like this, blending the very best from two boxing powerhouses, has never been seen before, making this the season for fight fans everywhere.
In December, we have the master, the real master. We have, 27th of December, we have Inoue.
Yeah.
We are thinking now, we are close to finish Inoue against Picasso as main event. And all the card will be built as big fights, the biggest fights between Japan and Mexico.
So that'll be Mexicans and Mexican Americans. Of course, there's many great ones.
Yeah, against Japan. The top from both sides.
I don't think that's ever been done before.
This is the real season. Then,
when asked about David Picasso's upcoming clash with Naoya Inoue, Luis Neri didn't hide his doubts. He pointed out that Picasso is taking a huge step up in competition, jumping from mid-level opponents straight into the ring with one of boxing's elite. The caution in his voice was clear. This fight could be a tough wake-up call for the young contender.
Luis, almost a finish. There are rumors of David Picasso against Now and No. Gay. We know that you have a fight with Picasso and all that, but well, what would you recommend in case the fight can finally be finalized? Well, what happens is that, well, as you already saw, he's going to make a leap from a Class B fighter, Class C, which is this guy with the C fight. What's the name of this Japanese guy?
Kamita.
Kamita, okay, he's a Class S fighter and he's going to make a leap with an elite fighter. So, well, he's going to feel the difference. Well, what can I tell him? Give it your all. Give it your all. Well, he does. See a chance. I mean, he sees a chance for something with Picasso, right?
Neri also pointed out that experience will be a key factor. He emphasized that Picasso has never gone up against someone with Inoue's relentless pressure and explosive power, and that inexperience could become a real challenge once the action heats up. To him, the gap in skill and composure between the two fighters could be difficult for Picasso to bridge. Neri believes the fight will go only as far as Inoue lets it. He acknowledged Picasso's skill and heart, but warned that in this matchup, it's not just about talent, it's about withstanding the level of control and dominance that Inoue imposes every time he enters the ring.
Well, he doesn't really have the same experience, right? No, and I'm not going to be on a higher level than him, honestly. Do you think that maybe that high-level opposition that Picasso didn't face can do whatever it takes to make the fight against Inoue cost him? Well, really, I mean, the pretty boy has his style, but, the fight is going to last as long as Ain wants it to last. He can finish him off in the first round, in the second, or if he wants to let him live until the 7th, 8th. It depends, and the fight isn't going to last as long as he wants it to last. Yeah.
And then there's Teddy Atlas, who zeroed in on something most people overlook the look Inoue has before a fight. He said it struck him instantly, not the usual intimidating stare we've seen from legends like Sonny Liston, young George Foreman, Roberto Duran, or even early career Mike Tyson. To Teddy, Inoue's stare is different. It's not just menace, it's transformation. He described it like watching a switch flip, almost a possession, where Inoue shifts into a completely different being, a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde moment right before the bell. It caught Teddy off guard, and that says a lot coming from a man who's spent decades reading fighters.
But there's something else that I don't think anybody really touches on, and it's the look before the fight. I noticed it caught me. It was so stark to me in this fight, the look. Yeah, Teddy, what do you mean the look? He didn't shave? No, the look. The look. We've seen the intimidating stare by Sonny Liston. We've seen it with George Foreman. We've seen it with a young Roberto Duran when he was a 135-pound king. And it used to melt some people. We've seen it with Mike Tyson to a point when he was younger. But this is different. To me, this is almost like a changeover. It's almost like a possession. Like he becomes a different guy, like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type thing. Like, I'm looking at it.
Atlas admitted he was stunned the first time he really noticed it. The moment the camera zoomed in on Inoue before the fight, it hit him how utterly intimidating the man looked. He compared it to a comic book transformation before the claws emerge. A presence so intense it went beyond mere intimidation. Yet, as soon as the fight ended and the spotlight shifted, Inoue seemed to completely change, smiling warmly like the friendly neighbor next door, instantly approachable and trustworthy. That stark contrast, a fearsome, almost otherworldly fighter before the bell, then calm and relatable afterward, is exactly what makes Inoue both mesmerizing and slightly unnerving to watch.
And it caught me. I got mad at myself, bud. I said, Teddy, how could you not have noticed that before? I'm looking at him, and the camera went on him, and I'm saying, wow. That guy looks, he looks ominous. He looks like Dr. Doom. I mean, he's the Wolverine, you know, before he goes back to being Logan. When the metal, you know, claws come out of the knuckles. Oh, you look at him and he's scary looking. He's more than just intimidating. The guys I mentioned before, that's their facade, that's their, you know, that's the presence that they project, the look they project, and they kind of stay that way. But soon as the fight was over and the camera went back to Inoue, he looked like the boy next door that comes to your house and knocks on the door to borrow a cup of sugar. I mean, he looks like you, bud, with that beautiful smile. Like I trust you. Yeah, the other guy you don't trust. The other guy, again, it's kind of like I know I'm going to...
Teddy pushed the idea even further, saying Inoue's transformation is so stark it almost feels supernatural, like something out of the Omen one moment he's this cold, dangerous force, and the next he's a polite, clean-cut kid you'd happily welcome into your home. He insisted it isn't some illusion or camera trick, it's real. Inoue has tapped into a switch, a way of becoming exactly what he needs to be to unleash the kind of destruction he's known for. Teddy laughed that people might think he's calling for an exorcist, but all he meant was simple. Whatever mix of nature, mindset, and instinct Inoue carries, it turns him into one of the most devastating fighters alive.
Get some people a little nervous here, but it's almost like the Omen, like the possession of this guy. Like 1 minute he's the devil, the next minute, you know, he's the sweet kid that again, you if he came over to date your daughter, you'd say, yeah, he's a nice kid. Not my daughter though, because nobody's nice when it comes to dating my daughter. But you get the point. You look at him. There is and I don't think it's just ambience. I don't think it's just a mirage. I think it's real. I think that there is a possession going on. What do I mean? People are going to go nuts now. They're going to say, oh, you're saying someone's possessed? We need a priest in here? I'm just saying that nature, him, whatever, found a way to become what he has to be the most
On the other hand, however, Manny Pacquiao, the man who turned speed, timing, and relentlessness into a blueprint, stepped in with his own brand of wisdom for David Picasso. In classic Pac-Man fashion, he broke it down like a professor of the fight game, calling himself a scientist as he explained how he studies boxing and the way fighters move. He talked technique, mentality, body mechanics, even the little habits between rounds, all while showing Picasso how to use his height, sharpen his form, and elevate his performance. Coming from a legend who built empires of precision and discipline, it was more than advice. Instead, it was Manny handing him the tools to chase greatness against someone as dangerous as Inoue.
I study boxing, boxing. Yeah. So that's why I use science. I study neuroscience and studied with fighters. So that's why I'm able to absorb it's difficult.
So, David, you study too? You watch the...
Yeah. One thing is footwork. When you have footwork, you can fight. Yeah. Distance. Yeah. Because when you have footwork, you don't easily execute the ring. Like whatever they have that you want, you can execute right away. It's a control. Yeah, it's a control. I play basketball. As for footwork too. Footwork. Thank you.
Finish your sit-ups.
Yeah.
That's how I get a little video. What's your man? So, Manny, can you ever give me a secret what to do?
Before, when he became a champion, I teach him like now, and he perfectly improves football. He knew football also. Football, and you have advantage because you're taller than him. Yeah. You're taller, so when you have football, okay.
With Inoue's power, precision, and monster intensity, he looks ready to dominate Picasso. But anything can happen in the ring. Will Picasso rise to the challenge or get taken down? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.